Welcome to the Weather Gurus podcast for October 12th, 2022, Wednesday hump day. This is for the lower 48 United States as well as the tropical update. Please be sure to subscribe and donate to this channel, The Weather Guru. We provide you with the latest weather news, contiguous weather news as it happens. Right now, we're going to take a look at the current satellite radar composite. And right now, we have a bunch of showers associated with a cold front extending from the UP of Michigan all the way through the mid-south and deep south. Some of these showers are on the severe side. Earlier today, through Milwaukee, Wisconsin, there was reports of tornadoes, funnel clouds on the ground and spotted. Rotation was evident, and some debris signatures were present on the coefficient radar. But however, the National Weather Service will confirm that tomorrow whether or not a tornado did touch down in the Milwaukee metro area. But there were several reports of funnel clouds and tornadoes in that area as well. Elsewhere, showers continue to make their way through the Great Lakes from Lansing, Detroit, over toward Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, down through the bluegrass state of Kentucky, Louisville, Frankfort, down through Nashville on the I-65 corridor, Huntsville. These showers continue to race off to the east at an extreme, especially with a cold front. Behind the cold front, temperatures are going to be falling from the Minneapolis-St. Paul Twin Cities through Des Moines, Iowa, St. Louis, Chicago. Temperatures in the 30s could be possible with the first freeze of the season. And we're getting toward that time, ladies and gentlemen, where snowfall in the Dakotas and things of that nature are just starting to be right around the corner. Elsewhere, we have showers extending a heavy rain, not severe in nature right now, extending from Atlanta to Montgomery along the I-85 corridor and down through the panhandle of Florida, as well as showers in the peninsula of Florida from, let's say, Daytona Beach down through West Palm Beach and Fort Lauderdale. Unfortunately, showers continue right now as we approach sunset and later for the cleanup efforts there at the Hurricane Ian for Fort Myers, Sanibel Island, Punta Gorda. Unfortunately, Naples, those showers will continue at least through the night as the sea bridge collision happened a little bit later today over toward the west coast of Florida. But that's okay. During the day, you have fabulous weather time to get things done. And out west, things look absolutely fabulous. From Dallas, Fort Worth to Wichita, the nation's heartland, and out west, things look absolutely great. Now, out west, we have a Rex block going on. We have low pressure extending up to the jet stream is making a R or ribbon pattern out west. So Seattle, Portland, Spokane, Washington, Boise, Idaho are experiencing above normal temperatures with that ridging effect there. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s Fahrenheit and clear skies. Whereas those in SoCal, Southern California, Los Angeles, Torrance, Long Beach, Santa Monica, down through Orange County, and up in the high country of the Santa Ana Mountains and San Bernardino Mountains, they're experiencing rain in the high deserts and other places as that Rex block is in place there. We have the low pressure. These storms are rotating offshore counterclockwise toward the Channel Islands and up toward Oxnard and Santa Barbara, California. This will continue to bring those much needed rain showers, even though it's a nuisance, to bring those much needed rain showers to the Southern California region for the next day or two into Thursday afternoon. So if you're living anywhere between San Diego up through the 15, through Murrieta, Temecula, Riverside, Rancho Cucamonga, up through Victorville in the high deserts, Lancaster, Palmdale, showers will continue to make their impact and rotate offshore as we go through the day tomorrow. Looking at the National Weather Service hazards, there's a big red flag warnings extending from the Dakotas down through Nebraska, eastern Kansas, and also into Missouri, the bootleg of Missouri country, and also through western Kentucky. Western association and things and conditions have become very dry as once again that cold front has already pressed east of you guys, and now that dry cool air is filtering in from Canada, and that's why we have those dry humidity, low humidity, and red flag warning conditions. We also have some wind advisories in the same area likewise, as the winds will be picking up, and that will lead to some problems. Now there's severe thunderstorm warnings back in the eastern Montana, so if you come along I-29 or I-90 coming through North Dakota or South Dakota, Pierre, or any of these places, those places are experiencing a severe thunderstorm warning or some showers extended. Then we still have coastal flood warnings in Maine, still elevated seas up there in Maine and the shores of New Hampshire, so just keep that in mind too as well. And elsewhere we have winter weather advisories in the high country of the Bitterroots and Wasatch Mountains there, just eastern Boise, east of the eastern Idaho, and also in the high country of the Rockies on the western Front Range, west of the Front Range there are some freeze warnings in effect for tonight on that deal. So if you're in those higher elevations, east of Golden and Denver and Boulder, Colorado, and east of the Vail Breckenridge area, west of the Vail Breckenridge area, I should say, in southwest, you should prepare for those freezing conditions at night as we speak. Now, we only have Tropical Storm Karl right now. That's in the southern Gulf of Mexico, ladies and gentlemen. Karl is forecast to meander overnight and eventually go back into southern Mexico, making a landfall. Pressure is at minimum central pressure is at a fairly modest 1,002 millibars. Max sustained winds are currently at 60 miles an hour and is only moving north at 2 miles an hour. It's sandwiched between two high pressure systems, and that's what's going to be steering it. The high pressure system it's closer to is over Mexico City right now, and that's going to be pushing it back down south into southern Mexico and the Yucatan, the Bay of Campeche, and the southern Mexico Yucatan Peninsula, making that landfall somewhere around there, Veracruz or somewhere around there. So it is not forecast to become a hurricane here. As you can see, it's forecast to remain a tropical storm, a strong tropical storm at that, making landfall sometime along Saturday, 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. early morning of Saturday is when it's forecast to make that landfall, make that loop-de-loop back towards southern Mexico. So that's the good news, but the bad news is it's going to be bringing a lot of flooding rains to the higher terrain in the central Mexico, and they could expect anywhere on the order of 8 to 12 inches to even up to 15 inches of rain in certain spots. So we're praying that it doesn't cause too much flooding damage there for that area, but it'll be beneficial rain for that area in Mexico. Well, this has been your Weather Guru update for October 12th, 2022. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode and talk to you very soon.